Hey, good morning or afternoon or evening. My name is Mr. Harding. It's an honor and a privilege to teach your child for either honors world literature or yearbook here at Marietta High School. There's my email address. It's P Harding. My legal name is Paul, but I go by Sonny. Most of the kids call me Mr. Harding. And then at Marietta-city.k12.ga.us. Here's what my schedule looks like. So the first part of every day, I'm teaching honors world literature. If your child has me for yearbook, that's during the 3A block. And then I always have planning during that fourth block at the end of the day. Typically that's reserved for meetings and things, but if you or your child need to meet up with me during that planning time, that can also often be arranged. And like every other teacher, I have afternoon office hours from 2 to 4:30 if your child needs help with any assignments or anything like that. So my Zoom links are always in Schoology at the very top of the course page. There's a separate link for the class session and then a separate link for the office hours. That's always at the top right when they come in above the course information folder, above the unit folder. It's pretty easy to see. The assignments over there on the left, that's a screenshot of where our assignments live. I have a pretty organized system there. So in Unit 1, each lesson, each day has a different folder with all of the materials the students will need for that day. They can usually go top to bottom with what we're starting with, the information that they need, and you know maybe ending with some sort of a short assessment or some activity or quiz to take or something like that. It's usually pretty organized for every day, and I usually try to put something in the go further folder in case students finish very early and they're looking for something else to do. There's often something in that go further folder if that's the case as well. So in Honors World Lit, which is where I teach most of my day, syllabus is pretty straightforward. We have summative and formative grades. Those summative grades will account for 60% of your child's grade. And then we have formative grades, which are like daily work and quizzes and things like that. Those account for 40% of the grade. Maybe most important to talk about is the personal project. The personal project is a student-selected independent project and report that students are responsible for putting together in the 10th grade year. This is the culminating year for the middle years program, which is part of the IB system, which starts for them, I think, in 5th grade. So this is an independent project. Talk to your student about what they're planning to do for your personal project. We've been discussing that in class. We've written a few process journals to kind of get them started with investigating what topic they're interested in and through which lens they might want to look through it and what specifically they're setting out to do. So your students should know what they're setting out to do, and that might be a good conversation to have because often it involves some extra resources, some extra time, things like that. So maybe make sure that your students have a pretty grounded, realistic, but challenging goal for their personal project. And again, reach out to me if you have any questions about what that looks like, what they should be doing, what's a good idea, that kind of thing. It's a really fun part of the course. And it's also a very important part of the course. The report that they write goes into that summative 60% category. And then the process journals that they do along the way, that counts for those formative grades. If you're here for yearbook, congrats. This is my favorite part of the day. Helping kids make the yearbook for their school is an honor. It's very, very fun. And I think it teaches a lot of those real world skills that they maybe don't get out of their other classes. It's basically a year-long group project that we do. And putting together a yearbook in these very uncertain, strange times is going to be a special challenge. But I really do have a great group of kids that I have a lot of confidence in. So I'm looking forward to helping them make their yearbook for the school. So the staff members, they work in teams. So we might run into conflicts here and there, like any group project, of cooperating, of everybody sharing an equal load of work, things like that. Yearbook also requires a lot of after school hours. We cannot make the yearbook with 2 55-minute sessions every week. It's just not possible. So be prepared for the time commitment that your students have committed to, and help them. And I'm certainly available to help out with some tips and some organizational skills and things like that, if they need help. But it's a lot of traveling to events. It's a lot of photography. It's a lot of hours on our software, designing pages and things like that. So if there are any questions about that, please reach out and let me know. Again, this is my favorite part of the day, but it's also maybe the hardest part of the day too. Thank you so much for stopping by. This is a QR code to sign in for the open house. Maybe you've seen other teachers with this already, but if you scan this, usually the camera app on your phone will work just fine. This will send you to a Google form. Try to keep it very short and simple, where you can just scan it. It's just asking for your name, your kid's name. Is there anything I need to know about your child that would help me teach them better? That kind of thing. I try not to make it too extensive, out of respect for your time. But I will leave this up for just a few moments so you can have time to scan it. And again, I appreciate you so much for stopping by virtually. Please reach out if you have any questions or needs that I can help you guys with. Have a great day.